Nigga, how many cities from California are you from, fam? Look, what's the next album gonna be called? Rancho Cucamonga? Shat! What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad of Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews. Hip-hop slash R&B slash soul slash he a singer nigga, but he be rapping too and playing the drums on the side too, nigga, data. We got an album review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new album that just fucking dropped from a motherfucker who just dropped the album. It was like 6-8 months ago. It wasn't that long ago he dropped his last shit, but now he's back with some new shit because apparently the last shit wasn't all that. I mean, it was cool. Could have been better. Should have put Bubbling on there. I'm still salty about that, but it's all good. Like, you know, can't do nothing about it now. New shit on the way. Let's talk about it. It's from a dope-ass singer slash rapper slash producer slash drummer. He does it all. He's a multi-talented motherfucker, and now he's back again. He's got another city. I mean, he got every city in fucking California on lockdown. Like, he gonna be doing albums in California for the rest of his goddamn life. He need to move. He really do. This nigga's back. He dropped some new shit. Rancho Cucamonga dropping 2020. I already know it is. Don't you lie to me, Paak, and say you ain't doing that shit. You changed that goddamn album title, we fighting. Not really, but we might, because I know that's what it is. Talking about the new album from Anderson Paak entitled Ventura. Now, for those who don't know, Anderson Paak is a dope-ass, super talented, like I said, singer, rapper, producer, does it all. He's got some great albums under his belt. Of course, Malibu, which is probably his most famous and well-known album, as well as a great album with Knowledge called Yes, Lord, under their name No Worries, one of my favorites from him too. Also, he had an album called Venice, which was his debut album, and then his last album, which was Oxnard, which was his first album on Aftermath Entertainment with Dr. Dre's influence, which was a cool album. It sounded a little too polished and clean for Paak. Paak needed to kind of like, you know, dirty it up a little bit, give us that Malibu vibe, and it just seemed a little too squeaky clean on that album. And also there were some questionable song choices here and there. But we're hoping now with this new album, because it's only been a few months after, and from what I heard, he was simultaneously working on Oxnard and this album at the same time. So maybe this gives us the Paak that we like and we wanted to hear from Malibu on here in Ventura. Maybe Oxnard was just like a detour, and like now he's going to where he needed to go. So now let's see if Ventura is the city that gives us the good vibes that we wanted to hear, or if sometimes you need to just move, nigga. Like, honestly, there's so many other states you can live in, Paak, and you keep going to these cities and shit, and like, honestly, nigga, like, go somewhere that ain't there, because like, I'm tired of you living in California. That's what it is. I'm just sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. Let's talk about the shit. Now, when I first popped in this album and I tuned into production, I quickly realized that we are in a different zone. This is not Oxnard. We got them smooth groove vibes going, and I love it, and that's what I wanted to hear. Paak comes in with very melodic, very, very smooth joints on here. The beats on here really, really complement his sound well. We get some angelic shit, some melodic shit, some very, very hard-hitting drums, but it doesn't hit too hard. It sounds like some live drummer. He's probably him playing that shit because it sounds good as fuck, and it just sounds more Malibu-like, and it doesn't sound super overly polished. It sounds like this is more hands-on with Anderson Paak, and Dr. Dre kind of like let Paak do his thing on this album, which is what I believe happened, and you can hear it initially from the first few songs on this album, which I love to hear, and I love the vibe of it. His singing and his rapping comes off a lot better, I believe, on these beats and on his production, and it just sounds overall more authentic for Paak and his style with these beats and this production as well. So I really like what he did with this, what he went about with it, and as far as the producers involved, of course, Anderson Paak is a producer on here. He gotta be, but he's also got some motherfuckers on here. Hold on, I got it. Hold on, just give me a second, goddammit. So he's also got Callum and Kiefer, I think I said it right. Them joints, he always got them joints. Fredwreck, Jarius J-Mo Mosey, Pharrell, okay. Pomo, I almost said porno, but it's Pomo. I caught myself. The Alchemist, of course, you gotta have the ALC on there, as well as Vicky, Farewell, Nguyen, I can never say this last name, Nguyen. You know what I'm trying to say, goddammit. But those are the producers, and they all come through and they give Paak the quintessential sound that we want to hear him on. He gives us those smooth love joints as well as those bouncy joints that just is a lot of fun to hear him on. And it just really gives us that real authentic Anderson Paak that we like to hear, and the Anderson Paak that we really grew to love as he was coming up in the ranks early on in his days in the music industry. So it's good to see him going back to those roots. He really kind of went off the beaten path kind of with the Oxnard album, with using Dr. Dre's production and the style and everything like that. So it's good to see that he kind of went back to his own way, his own authentic ways that really just made him who he was, and it's all over this album, all over the production, and I really like what he did with his beat choices and just how he just married his voice and his sound and his style with these production choices, not only with him, but also the features involved, and everything just came off very, very well. And when it comes to Paak himself, like I said, he just feels more authentic on this album. He doesn't sound forced. You can sound like he really just enjoys what he's doing on these beats a little bit more than on Oxnard. That's how I felt. And when he's singing, you feel his emotion on every track. When he's rapping, he's really having fun with his flows and his cadence and the way he bounces over it, and the way that he just flips it from one to the other on some songs really just comes off very well. The songs on here are a lot more catchy, a lot more melodic, and just really just like they grab your ear a lot more than what I found to hear on Oxnard, because with Oxnard, they sounded really big and lush and bright, but they just didn't have any real soul to them. On this album, I feel Paak's soul with these songs and the way he's singing, and that's what we like to get from him. So on here, it's all the soul you can get with Paak on this Ventura shit. He just had to move cities. Sometimes you get the fuck out of Oxnard. I know you from there, but sometimes you need to move. Even more than... He's still in California though, so that's still fucking me up. It really is. But he's really doing this thing on here, and I love Paak's delivery on all levels, rapping, singing, and everything in between. It just comes off very, very nice. And when it comes to the features on this album, I don't know how Paak has all these crazy features. I don't know, his Rolodex is thick as fuck. I know motherfuckers don't use Rolodexes anymore, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. He got a thick ass Rolodex, because his fucking feature list is crazy on here, just like it was on Oxnard. He's got Andre 3000, Smokey Robinson. Like, first of all, the fact that you have both Andre 3000 and Smokey Robinson on your album, you win. You fucking win, goddammit. But he's also got Layla Hathaway. Also, who else on this motherfucker? Jasmine Sullivan. A lot of singing motherfuckers. Sonya Elise. Brandy, like Brandy back in this motherfucker, and the late great Nate Dogg. Come on, like, come on, Paak. Why are you doing this to us? Like, how you get all these motherfuckers on the goddamn album? Shit. But they all come through and they deliver great performances. Everybody on here does their damn thing. Even though I wish Layla Hathaway had more of a part on her song, other than that, everybody else comes through well. It's like some nice duet shit, except for Andre 3000. He does a verse. We get another dope ass rapping verse from Andre 3000, which makes us even more want an album that we're never gonna get. Stop rapping then, nigga. Stop dropping fire verses when you know you ain't gonna give us nothing but fire verses. Like, we appreciate it, but I'm mad at this point, 3 Stacks. You know goddamn well you can drop an album and it's gonna be that flame. Shit. But everybody else on here as well, even the Nate Dogg feature, which for some reason, I thought when I was gonna hear Nate Dogg, I was gonna get that Nate Dogg like that we would get from, like, you know, working with Drake and, you know, and Snoop and, you know, that type of vibe. But like what we got was more of a really like laid back version of Nate Dogg. I don't know where this recording came from or how long ago it was before he passed, but him and Paak kind of really worked well together with that feature, so I really grew to like it. At first I was like put off because I just wanted to hear that, like, that hook Nate Dogg that we used to get, but we got a different kind of a Nate Dogg, but it's still good to hear him anyway. RIP to Nate Dogg, as well as everybody else on this feature list. They all come through, do their damn thing. The duet with him and Smokey Robinson, fucking phenomenal. Like, they work so well together. Good to see that song came off so goddamn well, and it just really just shows that Anderson Paak has the ability to work with any and everybody in this industry, and he's just that damn talented. So the features are on point, just like the production, just like Paak. This album's looking good, y'all. I'm feeling kind of like it's Malibu all over again. No B-Rad. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know I gotta give you my top 5 tracks, y'all, and this was a little difficult, y'all, because honestly, this is 11 songs on this entire album, and this is a very well put together album, and I can say that I really liked pretty much all the songs on here. I can listen to this album front to back, but there are 5 standouts for me, and they are Come Home, Make It Better, and then it's Winner Circle, and then Yada Yada, and then Chosen One. Okay, so let's go back up to the top. So Come Home is the opening song on the album. It features Andre 3000. I love the beat on here. The beat just comes through with some very like hard-hitting drums. Sounds like some live drums with a very, very melodic and angelic type of sample put into there as well, and it just comes off very well. Then it kind of flips into this really just like smooth, like bouncy beat. But Paak is on there singing, doing his thing, talking about how he just wants some girl to come on home. Like, come on, baby. Like, I know I fucked up here and there and everywhere, but still, come on home because I miss you. And then Andre 3000 rounds it out with a great verse. Like, I mean, you know what to get when you get an Andre 3000 verse. He's gonna always bring that fire, and he did it once again, and it just makes you want more Andre 3000. But, you know, I've got a feeling like this was an old verse though. I feel like he did this a while ago and Paak was just sitting on it. I don't think it's fairly new, but like any verse from 3 Stacks is a good verse because he's just that damn good. So it's good to hear him on the record again. But this is a great opener. It's a great tone setter, and it just automatically makes you know that this is nothing like Oxnard. He's going back to that Paak that we like to hear, and it's strong and apparent just from this first song. So I was very pleasantly surprised when I heard it because I was like, yes, we're going to be getting some good Paak, not some bad Paak. Even though the last Paak wasn't bad Paak, but it wasn't good. It wasn't pure Paak. It was like cut Paak. You know what I'm saying? But it was fucking fire, and this song right here set the tone. Come home. He could be coming home right now to that fire with Ventura. Even though he's even from Ventura. I don't even know what city you're from anymore, nigga. I don't even give a fuck at this point. But it's a great opener. Check it out. The next song, Make It Better, which features Smokey Robinson, is the great duet that I was talking about earlier. I love the beat on here. It's so smooth and melodic. Their singing is on point. The way that they just work off of one another is really great. And it's pretty much just Paak talking about like he's gonna do whatever he can to just make it better. Like we going through some shit. You know, times are hard, but we can do whatever we can to do to make it better because we love each other, and that's what we got to do. When times are tough, we got to make it better. Don't give up. And I just love the vibe of this song. I love the way it comes off. It's just so smooth. It leads in from the previous song very, very well, and it just keeps that vibe that Paak is just going back to his roots, and he's just giving what we like to hear from him. And it's a lot of soul in this song. I love Smokey Robinson on this song. Him and Paak, like I said, just work so well together. I want to hear them work together a lot more. Maybe even an album together. I'm with it. I'm fuck with it. Like Smokey Robinson and Anderson Paak, sign me up. I'm with it. So hopefully we get more music from these two because this was a great record and a great way to keep that momentum going. And like, yo, this album's looking good, y'all. So definitely, I mean, you got to check it out because it's the second song after the first song. So you're just going to keep listening to it because the album's fucking starting off so well, but definitely a standout track. Definitely check it out. The next song, Winter Soldier, is a dope ass song. I love the opening. It uses the famous scene from A Bronx Tale where they're talking about you get 3 great women in your life, and pretty much Paak leads into that, talking about how he wants to find that great woman in his life, and he goes through all these women he sees, and you know, he doesn't want it if it's already too easy, because if it's too easy to get it, he's probably already had it. So he's just trying to find that one that makes him feel like he's in the winner circle, that one winner, and he just talks about that really well. I love the song on here as well as the beat. Beat's dope. It's got a nice little bounce to it. It's really got that. I think that's how it goes, but like that's just fire when that shit kicks in. It's so fucking dope. But I love the song. I love the way it opens, of course, with the Bronx Tale sample. And Paak just does his thing, and it's so smooth, so melodic, with a nice little bounce, and really a standout track. The first time I heard it, I was like, yo, this is definitely one of my favorites because everything about it is just fucking fire. So definitely check it out if you were a real winner. And remember, you get 3 great ones in your life. I think I had like 2, and I fucked it up. I got 1 more in the timber. Where they at? Shit. The next song, Yada Yada, is really one of my favorite songs just from the beat itself, because the beat just comes in so smooth, and then it flips into this real Tribe Called Quest-like vibe that I really just enjoy. A real old school, like 90s hip-hop vibe. And it's Paak pretty much just talking about his come up, the struggles he had to endure, and the fact that he's grateful that he can make his music the way he makes it now. He pretty much has any type of creative control to do whatever the fuck he wants, which any artist would love to have or should have at any point in their career. He just talks about from going to open mics to now being a big star and just being able to just live the life that he never thought he'd be able to live, especially coming from the struggles that he came up from. And it's a good story to just talk about. The beat just works so well, and he just sounds so smooth and at home on this beat. So Yada Yada, it ain't no yada yada, ain't no bullshit talk. He's talking some real shit, and it really comes through very nice. So dope song, but I really love the beat more so than anything because it's just so goddamn smooth and beautiful. Really nice track. Definitely check it out. And the last song is Chosen One, and it features Sonia Elise, who does a great vocal performance on here, and I love the way it is. It starts off really sing-songy in a way, but then it flips into like a hip-hop vibe. And I gotta say, the reason why I really love this song, the beat is dope as well, but there's a line in here that just automatically was like, yo, I love this fucking song because Paak shouted out one of my favorite MCs of all time. He says, like, you know, you want your fans to stay underground, so when I blow, I'm gonna make sure that I do it for MF Doom. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker just gave MF Doom some goddamn shine. And the way that he did it in the fucking verse was so fucking smooth and dope. I had to go back again because I was like, did he just say MF Doom? But the way he did that shit was so fucking fire. So shout out to Paak for that. I know he's a big fan as well. And the song is just about Paak just trying to find that chosen one, trying to find a specific girl who loves him for him and not his fame. And just pretty much like, I mean, that's hard to do, Paak, because you a big time star. They know you got money and they know you can sing. So they just gonna like, yo, what? I'm gonna just get everything I can from this motherfucker. Like, I feel bad bad for you. Not really, because like you got everything I wish I had, but it's all good, because like, you know what, that's what you get for being in California all your goddamn life, nigga. You should have moved, nigga. You should have fucking moved. Maybe you'll find another girl if you move to like Montana, because like they probably don't even know who the fuck you are. That's your move. That's what you do. Move to Montana, you find you the one. So that's what it is. Dope ass song, dope ass beat. Great performance from Sonya at least, and I just love the MF Doom reference. That's what sealed the deal for me, but it's a dope ass song anyway, so check it out. And that's my top 5, y'all, but honestly, like I said, this entire project is so well put together, a much needed improvement from Oxnard. Even though, like I said, Oxnard isn't a bad album, it was just mad and left more to be desired and just didn't give us the Paak that we grew to love. It seemed like Paak just kind of went to another direction that wasn't for the better, so it was good to see with Ventura, he knew what he had to do, he knew what he had to encapsulate, and he did that so well. The features are perfect on this album. Everyone works so well with Paak. The production on here works so well. You feel the soul, you feel the passion, you feel everything that we didn't get in Oxnard, we get in Ventura, and I'm glad that he's going back to that form, and I hope on the next album, Rancho Cucamonga, he just keeps it going, because I know that's the name of the album. Don't you fucking tell me it ain't, goddammit. I swear to God, you better pay me too if you call it that shit. I swear, I know you gonna hear this shit. Rancho Cucamonga 2020, drop that shit, Paak. But other than that, album is on point, and Ventura is a welcome return to form, and I hope he just keeps it up with his next project. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Anderson Paak Ventura is a dope-ass album that brings Paak back to his true form. All I'm saying is that the beats on here are fucking dope as fuck. Smooth, melodic, soulful, and it gives you the feels that you wanted to get, as well as great features and great performances from Paak. On top of that, Paak just seems more at home on these tracks, and he gives us a more well-thought-out, more concise project that didn't really occur that much on Oxnard. It seems Oxnard was just kind of all over the place. He was trying to just do this, that, and the other, and it didn't come together well. This one's more cohesive, more tightly put together, and it just comes off a lot better and more authentic for me and for pretty much everybody else who would listen to it, who know how Anderson Paak really operates in the end with his music. So all I gotta say is that for me, Anderson Paak Ventura is 100% Granddad approved. Definitely check this out. It is a dope-ass album, a really great improvement from Oxnard, and I hope he just keeps this going with his next project, because this is the Paak that we like to hear, the soulful, melodic, unique, authentic Paak that just gives us that little bit of grime to his music, but it still sounds just very raw and real, and that's what we want. But I got nothing more to say. Anderson Paak Ventura is Granddad approved, so go listen to the shit. And Anderson Paak, move, nigga. You better move or drop Rancho Cucamonga. That's your two options. Rancho Cucamonga or move. I swear to God, if you do any other city, I'm not listening to the shit. I'm lying, I'm gonna listen to the shit, but I'm not gonna be happy about it. I tell you that shit. Flip it. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Anderson Paak Ventura. If you've heard it, if you have not heard it, definitely check it out, especially if you're a fan of his music, because he's back to the Malibu vibes that we love to hear, and I think you're gonna really enjoy this project. It's one of his strongest projects, I think, definitely, and it's just great features, great songs, great everything, and I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna be bumping this for some time throughout the year. So good job, Paak. You got the memo, you knew what you had to do, and you executed it very well. Previous videos on the side was my latest single. Check that out, show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram, links in the description below, and subscribe. Button on the screen, button below, Woolly Reviews twice a week, as well as the gaming videos. Let's talk about the shit. All the info is below, you know what to do, and I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, Anderson Paak, Ventura, good fucking album. You did a good job. Now, Rancho Cucamonga, that shit's gonna be fire. I already know it, cause like, I mean, this is the name. Like, if you got an album called Rancho Cucamonga, you have no choice but to make that shit fire, cause if not, we'll be clowning the fuck out of you for the rest of the goddamn year. So make sure it sounds crisp and it sounds right, and we're gonna be all right. But other than that, nigga, move. Just move right now. Get a U-Haul and get the fuck out of California, at least for a year, okay? Then make something else, and then you'll be okay, I hope. I'm out of here.